Today we're going to be breaking down UFC Fight Night 252, Song Yadong versus Henry Cejudo as the main event. Honestly, this fight night came out of nowhere. We're going to get right into it. We're going to break it down, look at the fights, and just give some early predictions on everything. Let's go. For the main event, Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong, or Yadong Song, sorry. And this is honestly a good main event. I can't even lie. I wasn't expecting them to put this together because I didn't think Henry was going to fight anymore. Let's just look at some of the fights on the card before we get into the predictions and breakdowns. Dominic Cruz and Rob Font, Barboza and Steve Garcia, John Silva and Maliskik Baghadasaryan, I don't even know who you are, Brandon Allen and Anthony Hernandez Chiesa versus Unknown Fighter. Wow. This actually has some decent fights, I can't even lie. Islam Volta, is that the Versace model? Chris Curtis Blades versus that guy coming off the Contender Series. Alright, let's start from the top. There's some decent fights on here. Let's start from the top, do a little quick breakdown and predictions. Just early, and all the picks are subject to change as I look at the fights more and it gets closer because we're still far out, but let's look at it for now. UFC Fight Night Cejudo versus Song Yadong. Honestly, looking at this fight, I think it'll be a good fight because both of them are coming off a loss. Both of them are good all-around athletes, fighters, top of the division. Cejudo's coming off the loss to Aldo and Merab back-to-back. Young is coming off the loss to Peter Yan, close fight. If I had a gun to my head, told me to choose who I think is going to win, honestly, I'll have to go with Henry Cejudo. People just sleep on him because he's so cringe and he's dusty and ugly, but Henry Cejudo is an absolute beast. Like, genuinely, people can't forget that he's a double champion. He is pound for pound, but he is getting up there in age, and you know, fighting at the lower divisions is pretty hard for the older fighters. But I think that this will be a good main event for me. Obviously, the Song could obviously win and probably piece Henry, but I don't know. Henry's such a beast and his IQ's so good. I'll have to honestly go with Henry for this one if I have to choose. They're still subject to change. Dominic Cruz versus Rob Font. This is honestly going to be a good fight because we haven't seen Dominic Cruz fight in a minute. And what was Rob Font's fight? If I'm not mistaken, I forgot his name. From Bryce Mitchell? I know that wasn't his last fight. That's probably like his second to last fight. But Dominic Cruz hasn't fought in a minute, constantly fighting injuries. And honestly, I think Rob Font is going to win this. Dominic Cruz, one thing about him, he feels like the way he talks, he feels like he's so nice and nasty with that disgusting footwork of his. His footwork is so dirt. People think that shit is nice. He knows how to make it work before in the past. That shit is garbage. That footwork is literally disgusting. Like, that's why Henry went in there, fucking clipped him up, had him so dazed, had the nigga thinking he was smelling alcohol and cigarettes. Henry fucked him up so bad that he turned dusted. He turned drunk. I mean, but I'll have to go with Rob Font, honestly. Obviously, Dominic Cruz is a veteran and everything, but Rob Font, I feel like it's just more active, more in the octagon, gets that feeling more. He'll probably be, you know. Let's see. Barboza versus Steve Garcia. I don't know. John Silva, that's a good fight a lot. John Silva's on such a tear right now. He's absolutely running through people like it's disgusting. He's so nice. Fighting nerds is so nice. Brendan Allen versus Anthony Hernandez. This is actually a really good fight, and I'm surprised it's the main event opener, right? Yeah, but they have to put that in the main event. Like, that could have been the main event, or not of this fight night, but of a fight night. Brendan Allen coming off the fight off of Nasruddin Imavov. I wouldn't say it was close, but Allen could have won, but he just didn't have the right game plan. And Hernandez came off with the absolute decimation of Michel Pereira. Absolutely destroyed him. Anthony Hernandez is so nice. I'll have to lock in, honestly, Steve Garcia. I know who this is, but it's never getting any bells. I'll have to lock in Barboza. I'll have to lock in Gene Silva because he's so nasty. That's a good pick. Gene Silva's a good pick. Henry Cejudo's a good pick. Anthony Hernandez is a great pick. That's an absolute lock-in. If you're trying to make any bets, Anthony Hernandez, John Silva, Henry Cejudo. And I would have more faith in Anthony Hernandez and John Silva than Henry Cejudo, because that's going to be a good match. But Hernandez and Allen, I think I'm definitely going for Hernandez. Hernandez is so nasty. He mixes it. The way he mixes it all up, his overall game of MMA is so good. And Michael Chiesa versus unknown fighter. I'm not going to lie, that unknown fighter, we don't know who that is. And whoever it is, then we'll pick, because, you know, Islam versus Adam, I will have to go with Islam, the Versace model, because he's nasty too. Bro, Curtis Blades. You could get like a 3-4 legger parlay off this fight night that could be close to 100% lock with these great fights. Curtis Blades will destroy this Russian coming off the contender series. It's absolutely insane that they even put him against Curtis Blades already, but if you know, you know. Guru mentioned that he beat the champion from PFL or Bellator, the guy that Francis just beat. And I forgot his name for me. I don't care about other organizations, but he beat him, so that could be like a slide to them. Have Curtis Blades destroy him already, and then it's like, for me. Kutalaba versus I Blow Asians. Aslan. I Blow Aslan. Just because of that name, we have to go with Kutalaba. Now, I can't rely. I Blow is going to smoke Kutalaba. Caitlin Vieira versus Macy Chasson. We'll go with Caitlin Vieira. And who is this? I don't know. Yeah, this is a little decent fight night. Can't even lie. We'll see if any of the fights get added in or things change or whatever and predictions change. But that was a quick little breakdown, quick little looking at the fights and getting a gist of everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. Good luck. I hope you enjoy the fights this weekend. Next week's pay-per-view, we're finally back with the violence this year. Let's do this. Let's lock in. Have a great day, guys.